Hey guys and welcome, my name is Shadowhunt005 and today we are going to talk about yesterday's update videos from the Pokemon official YouTube channel about the mysterious Pokemon Meltan. So last month, just after the Chikorita Community Day event ended, we saw the sudden appearance of a strange Pokemon with no explanation whatsoever. However, upon catching that Pokemon, we soon realized it quickly turned into a Ditto. Now, originally this formed some speculation as to whether it was an error or an accidental leak, but in fact it turned out to be done on purpose, as a few days later we received the first of the Two Professors series on the Pokemon official YouTube channel. Now in that video we see Professor Willow talking to Professor Oak, saying about these random Dittos that have suddenly started appearing as this mysterious Pokemon, and Professor Oak confirms that it's actually the ancient and mythical Pokemon now revealed as Meltan. So what do we know about Meltan? Well, it's a pure steel type Pokemon from what we can tell, and it's known as the Hex Nut Pokemon. Its body appears to be made from a liquid metal, and it's able to generate electricity, which makes me personally wonder why it's not a steel electric type, like the Magnemite line, but we'll get into that in another video maybe. Now moving on to what was revealed to us yesterday, again on the Pokemon official YouTube channel. We had 2 videos come out. And in those videos, we see that there's even more mystery to this Meltan. So the first video is, again, the Two Professors series, part 2. And it shows us a mysterious box, which was found in the same place as the ancient text from the first video. Now, my initial thoughts on this would be this is something to do with the special gift that we're receiving from the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But later in the video we're told that we should be able to find research about this Pokemon, meaning that this will be for all Pokemon Go players rather than the special gift, which we know is something for only Pokemon Go players who also have Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So in my opinion, the Meltan and this special gift may not even be related at all. So going back to this mysterious box, what we are told in the video is that while Professor Oak had it in his lab, it was only a lump of rusty metal, but that the elements that it's made up of are of the same elements that make up Meltan. So Professor Oak sends the box to Professor Willow, who, upon opening it, a Meltan appears. It's implied that the lump of rusty metal became the Meltan itself, and that possibly there's some sort of replication because suddenly a load of Meltans suddenly appear. Shortly after this, we hear that the box closes on itself and can only be opened if given time. Now, what does this actually mean for Pokemon Go if this is being implemented into Pokemon Go? To me, it's possibly referring to Meltan being a research branch similar to the field research stamps that we get, which at the end of 7 stamps, which can be done over a 7-day period, we can get a Pokemon. At the moment of recording this video, it's Suicune. We've had Raikou, Entei, Snorlax. Those are the ones that I can remember. Will we get something very similar with Meltan? I think that is likely. This also implies that this is going to be a Pokemon that we can catch multiple times. And what's interesting about this is the fact that, again, in the first video of the Two Professors series, Professor Oak refers to this as an ancient mythic Pokemon. If it is a mythical Pokemon, as we know other mythical Pokemon such as Victini, Magonia, Celebi, Mew, well, all those are one-time event Pokemon, whereas it seems like we may be able to catch multiples of these, which, looking at the second video, is even more implied. Going into the second video, we learned some things about Meltan that we already knew, but towards the end of the video, we see a lot of Meltan grouped together, which implies more heavily that this is going to be a Pokemon which we need to catch more than just one of. As they're grouped together, we see a bright light, and suddenly we get this strange kind of distorted, gruffer Meltan noise, and this large shadow appears. Now, judging by the shadow, we see it's a bigger body, but it's still got the nut head of Meltan. So this is still Meltan, whether it's an evolution or a second form. How do we know this? Well, it's still got the same nut-shaped head, but we also see that this head spins, and anyone who was really good at spotting it also noticed that there were two more spinning at the bottom two corners of the shadow, implying that maybe there's more of the nuts placed around the body. Now, when I first saw this shadow, it seemed strangely familiar to me and actually reminded me of another Pokemon from a previous generation which had similar qualities, what with having a new shape, a new form, made up of multiple lesser forms. And no, I'm not on about the Wishy-Washy, I'm on about Zygarde. And have a look at this shadow in comparison to Zygarde's form. They're very similar in shape, in my opinion. Because of this similarity with the shape, the fact that multiple lesser bodies coalesce into a much bigger body, I'm personally of the opinion that this is going to be a form change rather than an evolution, and that multiple Meltans are going to combine to make this much more bigger and powerful form. But that's all from this video. What are your thoughts? Do you think this new shadow is a new form of Meltan or an evolution? And do you think there's even more of this strange little Pokemon that we've yet to find out? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section down below, and if you like the video and want to see more, then hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you guys.